the closing doors, please.
Can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Oh yeah, Charles Street from Queens.
All right, Charles. Tell me some of the things you like about New York City.
It's 24 hours like everyone says. You can get to anywhere. There's always something happening. There's places to go, plenty of places to go. You never get bored if you don't want to. It's getting very expensive though, but it is what it is.
Any things you don't necessarily care for about New York City?
Same thing I just said. There's plenty of places to go, things to do, and it's expensive. No, I don't care for the re-gentrification of neighborhoods, because they're making it hard for people like me, middle class or working people. You're unable to live where you used to live. If I move out, I can't move back. I think that's bad.
Yeah, it is bad, and especially what about the lower income people? What are they supposed to do?
Exactly.
It's tough. All right. Have you been to any of the other boroughs aside from Queens? Brooklyn, Bronx,
I've been here
Staten
for
Island?
58 years. I've been to all of them. Hung out a little bit in all of them.
Can you talk about each one?
In what way?
Some of the features about each borough, what they offer.
Oh, well, I used to drive an ambulance back in the day, so let's talk about the Bronx. The Bronx streets are crazy. Getting around in the Bronx streets. You'll turn up a street, and it'll be a mountain in your way. You gotta go 5,000 blocks around to get to the other side of the Bronx, So that's what I don't like about the Bronx. Other than that, the Bronx Zoo, I used to take the kids there every couple of weeks. Queens, of course, I live in Queens, so I love Queens. You got the parks, plenty of parks. People are cool. Harlem is nice. I like Manhattan. Harlem hustles, jazz scene, beautiful. Downtown, if you want to cool out. It's always been nice.
Nice.
Brooklyn is large. It's all right. You got Coney Island. I see Brooklyn every day at my job, so it is what it is.
What's nightlife like here, like aside from downtown?
I don't know that because I haven't been hanging out in years. It's not the same when I used to hang out. So, back then we used to go club hopping. Come out of an after-hours spot and then go to work. It's not like, I don't know if it's like that now because I'm out of the loop. New York City Train Operator.
Okay.
Transit for 21 years.
Nice. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with MTA, as you know.
Of course I know.
So, I want to just ask you, what's it like just being in charge of so many people's lives as you drive the train, and what goes through your mind as you go through the office in the daytime?
The problems that I may have on my trip. We have, like, me personally, I have 2 trips a day from Astoria to Stillwell. So things could happen. People could get sick on the train. Someone might jump in front of my train. Or you have to think about that. But being on time. So that's my daily routine. I come into work, hope things go right. I can do my trips without any problems. Getting back home safe.
Okay. What's the craziest thing you've seen in your MTA life?
Me running over a guy at Whitehall.
Oh man.
I was working midnights, and there was a GO, what we call a general order, with people working on the tracks. So the night before in Whitehall, it was closed. No trains went through. We went over the bridge. This particular night it was called off, so I go through, and here's this homeless guy laying in the middle of the tracks. Saw me coming, he tried to jump on the platform, couldn't make it, went under my train, but he lived. He had just a little chunk out of his head, but he was okay. They got him, and I still can see his face because that's what happens. Most train operators who have 12-9s, what they call them, people under the train, you'll see their face forever. So as you operate the train, you think about things like that. So you hope things like that don't happen. So that's what goes on.
How would you say the weather impacts the MTA service?
Well, not that bad. It's not that bad. Wintertime, things go slower. In the rain, the trains tend to skid. You saying as far as people or
just in general as a whole?
A lot of things can happen. People slip on the trains. the system is a little slower most of the time.
Okay.
Because you have a problem with lateness. I'm going to explain lateness right now. All right?
All right, that's fine.
Okay. For one, when I leave the terminal, I have a time limit to get from one to another, right? Basically, that's your on-time service. When people start holding the doors, people run up the stairs, okay, that'll take, what, 2 or 3, 5 minutes? And it accumulates. Next stop, you never know. People holding the door, someone gets sick. So it's not always, can't possibly always be on time. You wish for the best. Can't happen. People want more trains, and then if one train goes out, that blocks up everybody else. That means you're late for the rest of the day. Damn near. So that's what happens.
That is important. That is important.
So when you get mad, you tell passengers, don't hold the door.
Do you feel like a kid again when you're driving that train?
No.
Choo-choo!
Funny because I've always drove a car since I was 17. Didn't know the trains when I became a conductor. The funny thing is when they used to ask me, I didn't know. So I'd have a map. We'd look at the map together. Then as time goes on, you begin to learn. But no, I don't feel like a kid. No, I can't. No. At my time, I've been there 21 years, so I just worry about getting from one way to another nowadays. But it's a cool job.
Any favorites with music? Would you say? Like, who do you listen to on a daily? Yeah. Name some artists.
Everybody. Let's see. My favorite's Jill Scott. I listen to everybody. I try to get with my son being into music also. He's with death metal, so I listen to everything. Everything. My favorites really, it would be too long because I have a favorite in a certain category, like a favorite guitar player, a favorite bass player. I'm more individualized than a favorite group, you know. I go for what people play.